Let's begin with how you can access ChatGPT. You can just Google ChatGPT, and the first link that you're going to get from OpenAI is where you need to go. Now there are two options where you can try it out in the browser itself, or you can download the app for your Windows, Mac, or like even mobile phones. I'll just click on try out, and as you can see, this is where you can try it out even without any login or sign up. But what I would highly suggest is you go and sign up and create an account. And for creating an account, you just have to enter your email address, where a verification code will be sent and you have to verify it. Alternatively, you can also create an account or log in using existing Gmail account. Once you log in, this is the interface that you are going to see. All of our conversation is going to be happening here. So for example, if I write something, hello, this is the output that I'm getting over here. And so if you go to the left top, you can see which plan have you selected. So for example, I'm using the free plan. You can also upgrade it to have better model, updated model kind of things like, and this is what you're going to get at the free option. This is what you're going to get in the plus option, but you have to pay like $20 per month. So it's up to you whether you want to go for a free or an upgraded version. And then if you go to the left side, you can hide the sidebar and you can also make it active. And all your conversations are going to be stored at the left side. So for example, whatever conversation we had is stored here. And if I, let's say, have a new conversation, I'll just select new chat and write something. Let's say, for example, how many countries are there in the world? Now, as you can see at the left side, I can see a new conversation or chat being stored. It's just like having a WhatsApp conversation with 2-3 different peoples, and none of them are aware of any of the conversation. Similarly, these chats are independent of each other. If I create a new chat again and write something, let's say, it will again get stored at the left side, and you can go back and refer any of the chat that you had. Now, if you go at the right side and go at the top and select setting option, here you can change the theme of the interface that you're looking for. So for example, I'll just change it to dark theme, or maybe you can change it to light. I'll keep it default for a while. You can also delete all the conversation that we had by just selecting delete all. And if I delete, this is how all the conversation is now deleted. Now we'll go back to the setting option. Now, if you want to have voices different, like, you can also have conversation in terms of voice. You can select which voice or tone you want. You can play around and check which one you're interested in. And you can also export all the data that you had, all the conversation or output you had. You can export it. You can explore the other options as well. So let's begin with the use cases of ChatGPT. Now, the first kind of use cases which are very generic is to kind of ask questions to ChatGPT, just like you ask any question in a search engine. So for example, if I just ask, name the tallest building in the world, it will give me the output. So you can have like questions to ChatGPT and it will answer you. Ask something else as well, it will give me output. What is interesting here is you can play the sound of the output, but also you can copy the output, whatever the output you're getting, and you can also like the output that you have gotten, or you can also dislike it. You can also change the model. So here is the limitation. Right now, as of now, it is September 2024, and all the data that free version of the model have is till September 2021. So anything that has happened in the most recent year, so for example 2023 or 2024, it wouldn't have access to that data. But if you switch to the plus version, you will get the most updated data. So you will have access to data till August 2024 and so on. So similarly, you can change the output over here. And as you can see, I've got an updated output. And if I don't like the updated output, I can always switch back to the previous output. And I can also respond whether I like the output or I didn't like the output basically. The second kind of use case is like to get suggestion from ChatGPT. For example, I'll write out, suggest me top 5 books to understand fundamentals of economics, and it will suggest me few books. I can see that it's suggesting me some good suggestions because The Wealth of Nations is a very good book based on the fundamentals of economics. So this is the second kind of use case, which is suggestion. Again, it's not much different than the search engines. Search engines also give you some suggestions. Now things are going to get interested from here onwards. Now I'm not going to cover all the use cases because this is just an introductory video for you to get acquainted with the ChatGPT, but I'm going to cover a few of the favorites of mine. Just imagine and go time travel back like 600, 700 or 800 years back. You were a king of a kingdom, let's say. In that case, you would have expertise from different fields always with you. So if you want to seek an advice in a particular field, you would refer that expert and get the advice from them, and then you can take the decision. Now, this was not possible for a common person, but now in 2024 that is possible. You can have 10 different experts in different field along with you all the time. How? This is what we are going to see. That's called as persona pattern, where you will assign a role play or kind of a persona to ChatGPT model and ask it to be an expert in that field. So for example, I'll ask act as a nutritional expert versed with the scientific data and give me some advices. And here you can see it's ready to answer your question. So I'll seek some advice like how much protein you need to build muscles, and it's giving me a very good answer based on the evidence-based data. Also, one very interesting thing, let's say if I ask ChatGPT to act as a clinical psychologist, I've just assigned a role, and now I'll create a new chat and I'll ask it to be a 8-year-old child. Let's see. Now, as you can see, I've created two different roles. Now, if I ask a same question to both of them, they will give me a different response. For example, you tell me how the brain works, and I'll just copy it, and at the same time, and as you can see, it's giving me a more detailed response because I've asked it to play the role of clinical psychologist. Now, if I go back and ask the child, it will give me a very generic response, just like an 8-year-old would give me. So what you can see is these chats at the left are independent of each other, and it store context, whatever the information that you have given to it. So for example, in this case, I've gave it a clinical psychologist context, whereas here I've assigned it a kid role. So they will act similarly. Now you can go back to those chat and ask question, you will get the response in similar manner, and it's not going to interfere with each other. So similarly, you can create different experts into the field and you can seek advices, at least the initial advices. One more interesting thing is through the prompt, you can basically time travel. So for example, if I ask ChatGPT what is the data till you're trained on, like, it gives me an output till September 2021 is what it's trained on, and I'll ask it to act as if you're trained only till 2004 data. Now you see memory is updated. Now if I ask ChatGPT a question on, like, for example, what is the tallest building in the world, it is giving me an output based on 2004 data. So it literally time traveled back in the years and giving me the output which was relevant at that time. I can also ask it to get itself updated, and now if I ask the same question again, it will give me a more updated answer. As you can see now here, I'll just copy paste it, and it's giving me the most recent updated output. So similarly, through prompt, you can change the model timeline as well. So there are more few interesting things which we'll cover later in the time, but till then, see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.